Okay, let's talk about something kinda wild. What if I told you that the greatest Spider-Man love story isn't actually in the movies? Get this. Every single actor who's put on the modern Spidey suit has ended up falling for their on-screen love interest, not just on set, but for real. It's a pattern so consistent, it's honestly hard to believe.
So in the modern movie era, we've had three main live-action Spider-Man, right? Three different actors who've swung through New York City, and each one put their own unique spin on our favorite web-slinger.
And here is where it gets really interesting. For those three actors, there have been three very real, very public romances with their co-stars. 3 for 3. That's a perfect track record.
So you have to ask, what is going on here? Is this just some crazy Hollywood coincidence? Or is there something special, something almost magical, baked into the character of Spider-Man that makes this happen again and again and again? Let's dig in.
So to really get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at the evidence, case by case. Let's break down exactly how each on-screen couple saw their movie romance spill over into the real world.
First up, we've got the OGs, the couple that really started it all. Tobey Maguire as our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and of course, Kirsten Dunst as the classic girl next door, Mary Jane Watson. They basically wrote the playbook for this whole phenomenon.
And their on-screen vibe is just perfectly captured by these words: awkward, innocent, and emotional. Their chemistry felt so real because it was built on this sweet, kind of fumbling innocence, which all led to that legendary upside-down kiss. I mean, a moment that became iconic overnight.
And yep, that on-screen emotion wasn't just good acting. It's been confirmed they dated in real life while they were filming that first movie. And even though it didn't last, that genuine connection is a huge reason why that original trilogy still feels so full of heart. So boom, data point number 1.
All right, now fast forward a few years, and the pattern repeats. Andrew Garfield swings onto the scene as the new Spidey, and his love interest, this time Gwen Stacy, played by the amazing Emma Stone, steps into that all-important role.
Now their dynamic? Totally different, but just as powerful. It was so playful and witty, but also really deep. It just felt electric. A lot of fans will tell you their chemistry is the most realistic of any superhero couple ever, and it's because it just felt so natural and so effortless.
And here we go again. Art imitates life. Andrew and Emma dated for several years, became the super beloved Hollywood couple, and added a second rock-solid case to our investigation. The pattern is getting stronger.
And that brings us to the final piece of this puzzle, our current Spider-Man, Tom Holland, and his MJ, played by Zendaya. This time around, the story felt different from the very beginning. It was slower, way more grounded, and maybe because of that, even more real.
Their love story wasn't about these huge, dramatic moments. No, it was a slow burn, built on all those tiny, super authentic things. The shy glances, the little inside jokes, the quiet moments of support. You could literally watch a friendship blossoming into something more right there on screen.
And just like clockwork, the on-screen feelings became real-life feelings. After years of being super close friends and dodging all the rumors, Tom and Zendaya finally confirmed they were a couple. And with that, the pattern was complete. 3 for 3. It's just undeniable.
Okay, so we've laid out the facts. The pattern is real. But that just leads to the bigger question, right? Why? What's the secret ingredient here? What is it about playing this specific character that basically turns him into a real-life Cupid?
So let's go back to our big question. Is this all just random chance, something that happens on a high-pressure movie set, or does stepping into the shoes of Peter Parker, a character who is defined by his vulnerability, force these actors into a place of emotional honesty where a real connection is almost bound to happen?
This right here is the heart of it. Think about other superheroes for a second. They're usually confident, stoic, almost godlike. But Spider-Man? He's totally different. He's full of self-doubt. He gets overwhelmed. He is, more than anything else, vulnerable. So for an actor playing him isn't a power fantasy. It's an exercise in being emotionally wide open. And that is exactly where MJ comes in. See, in every single one of these stories, she's the one who sees past the superhero mask. She doesn't fall for Spider-Man, she falls for the kind of awkward, and deeply human Peter Parker. She's the emotional anchor who connects with the real person, and that creates a safe space for all that vulnerability.
So what can we take away from this really strange and wonderful pattern?
Well, it tells us something incredibly powerful about the stories we love and about human connection itself. Here's why this is so important. The Spider-Man syndrome shows us that when emotion is portrayed that authentically, the lines between fiction and reality can get blurry. The vulnerability that makes Peter Parker so relatable to all of us, that's the exact same thing that builds real, genuine connections in real life. MJ isn't just a damsel in distress. She's the catalyst who grounds him. And that's why this story hits us right in the heart, every time. And this leaves us with a bigger thought to chew on. It suggests that maybe the most powerful stories aren't the ones with the biggest explosions or the craziest action scenes. Maybe they're the ones with the most honest, authentic, emotional centers. The ones that remind us that being vulnerable isn't a weakness. It's the very thing that connects us all.
In the end, maybe the real magic of Spider-Man isn't the web-slinging or the super strength. Maybe it's this simple, powerful truth that even when you're hiding, trying to save the world behind a mask, real, honest love can still find a way in.